it says Beggar's Lane, so it's probably about the same, but that's fine, yeah. Is this the rat game? They do talk about rats being around. The weird rats, the cane rats. The cane rats. There was a rat. There's a minotaur. We played as a minotaur first, and then we played as a prostitute, and now we're playing as a partially mechanical himself mechanic engineer guy. There are definitely rats in the story, but no rat characters. All right. I don't remember if we read this before. Not even sunlight can lift the pall of despair on Beggar's Lane, where so many have wagered their pay at the Palladium, only to be thrown out on the cobbles, penniless. The buildings cast long shadows onto the reeking streets, full of gritty waste and newspapers flapping in the gutters. You thank your luck that, after the war, you had enough in the way of employable skills to avoid bedding down anywhere like this. Many find themselves put in that position, but few find a way out. Meanwhile, the tenements, cramped and derelict, provide some shelter from the sight of the roach colonies and the picked-clean bones of the cane rats that settled turf wars overnight. Then there is the buzzing of the electric fence preventing the down and out from ending it all in the containment zone, where upon the full moon it is said the wolves break free of their cells and feast on whoever happened to make their way inside. All nonsense, of course. You know a thing or two about the containment itself, and nobody is getting past that fence. Maybe you were thinking of Minotaur. So we had Minotaur, and then we had the dolly, Clara. What am I doing with you right now? Examine stuff more closely on the workbench, find parts, get the wrench from Dante, and claim the bounty. Hang on, I'm gonna have to... It's been a little bit. We can report to Bixby. Wrench. Molly's doghounds are stealing. Steam. Okay. Alright, so both of these are at the bathhouse, potentially. This is just generally finding stuff. And also, technically I think Red Lantern Lane's where we started, right? Because we were in the clock tower. So, maybe we should just go back there? I feel like we just got here, but... No, we didn't. We did the underground, didn't we? Okay. Yeah. Sorry to walk you in a circle, Teddy. Our little buddy Otto's following us. Yeah, let's go back to the overground. Because it seems like everything we need to do right now is Red Lantern. Let's go back to our workshop first. I think... So... Hey, Sigs! There we go. Workshop. Let's go have a look at this piece of something that we found. I forget what it is, but it was something to do with automatons, I think? This is the trouble with, like, playing a very, very narrative-heavy game. And then not playing it for, like, a month. I'm like, wait. Hang on. It's a sing a friend, that's right. And I have my tea, which I'm going to try to copiously drink even when you guys don't remind me, because this is going to be a lot of reading in this particular part. Lots of things to do on this workbench. What should I look into first? Study what's left of Sucker. Oh yeah, we pulled it off of Sucker Jones. Yeah, let's look at that. I'll test its strength. What's it made of anyway? Or perhaps I could I want to reconfigure it for our own use. That's what I want to do. Let's go. Maybe I could reconfigure it to use myself. Ridiculous. It's too large for my frame. And there's some very fine machinery in the socket where it meets the stump. With all the gore from Sucker's demise, it's hard to be sure, but I believe this augmentation was actually embedded in his flesh. That's certainly new. Tested strength. What's it made of anyway? Okay, so we're just... Okay, we'll run another ingenuity. How strong is this? Because he seemed pretty tough. It only takes a bit of work to hook it up to my steam line and apply some power. Grip strength is impressive, close to 1100 newtons. Much stronger than my own. Wrist and elbow joints are correspondingly powerful. Not sure if we'll make this one. This is like almost a 50-50 shot. No, we can't tell what it's made of. Some of the smaller components are good old-fashioned steel, but the composition of the main structure is unfamiliar. It must be steel alloyed with something else, but that's all I can glean without involving a chemist. Though my gut tells me a chemist would be equally baffled. That's enough fiddling for now. Perhaps I can get more insight from Dante. Otto, take a picture of this arm so we can show it to Dante.
Done.
Wasn't I doing like
doing voices like this for them? Done.
As if I wasn't jumping 3 to 5 different accents with some people because I got like so exhausted that one time when I was doing all the different accents. This is definitely a game that if I redid it live, if I ever played it a second time live, I would want guests helping me. Right, what did we end up getting? We've unlocked a lot of stuff. So let's see. Oh, wait. There's still something for the work table. Hang on. Hang on. Something for Otto? What can I install into our resident automaton? Yeah, the high pressure regulator. Yeah. Let's go. We got it from Arsenal Engine's usual design. Different from Arsenal Engine's usual design. Looks like a prototype, yet sturdier than anything Lord Braxton has devised. Alright, try this, Otto. A sturdier actuator piston should make your limbs more capable.
Happy to report that it's been properly installed. My ability to lift heavy items is no longer up the spout.
Goodness knows how he could stand to do more work around here. Okay, let's go. Alright. There we go. Alright, so next up, I think we need to... he's typically at the work, but he could be at the bathhouse. So, and also, we need to go to the bathhouse to talk to Bixby, who's the one that had the bounty out.
Do you even lift, bro? Do you even lift?
Okay, so let's go. I want to go to the tea shop. Let's go to the bathhouse. That's the laundry, right? Okay, and then that's the bathhouse. All right. Let's go talk to Bixby. Look at these guys in their little bathing costumes. Oh, Dante's here. Dante's also here. Bixby's not out, so let's talk to Dante first, I guess. Oh, yeah. Didn't we talk to this guy as Clara? That's right. We talked to this guy as Clara. He was out on the wharf when we were playing as Clara. I completely forget the voice I gave to him.
Teddy, you old pirate. How? Whew, you smell like you just crawled out of a drain.
I assume you're here to take a dip? Why don't you do that? Then we'll talk. He has a point. I can hardly stand the smell myself. Cool, I can take a bath?
I'll take a bath.
The proprietor keeps the water a mite below scalding all through the day and provides a supply of rose petals, bath salts, and the like for the discerning customer. Just the thing I need. Let's go. Alright, Otto, now help me while I take my leg off. We can get you all cleaned up later. Alright, Dante will talk to us now.
Are you like my silly voice?
How goes it, Teddy? Here for business or pleasure? You know, Dante, it's...
Oh, you know, Dante, it's always a bit of both.
Haha, true enough. Otto, so tell me, Teddy, what's on your mind? Ah, yeah, we did sell a bunch of cogs to him as Clara, so I guess we can get those cogs by giving him money. Oh yeah, they are trying to evict us, aren't they? Let's mention that first. I recently received a rather unpleasant notice from your employer. I'm being evicted from the clock tower. You said the note came from Arsenal. What do you mean? According to the tube message, the clock tower somehow came into Arsenal's hands. They mean to give me the boot for the betterment of their empire, it said, or something like that. Oh yes, that last bit does sound like communications department. Well, don't take it personally. They've acquired half the East End already, and it sounds like notices have gone out for the rest. The company's spreading like a distillery fire. Can you do something about it? Maybe? Real estate isn't my bailiwick expertise or jurisdiction. Honestly, it's not wise to meddle outside of one's department at Arsenal. The boss's default position is that everyone's a spy until they prove otherwise.
Can I borrow a wrench?
Before I forget, I need to borrow a steam-powered long wrench, the kind with the adjustable socket. Sure, I'll pick it up next time I'm at Arsenal. Come and see me then, but what do you need it for? Are you hiring out as a steam mechanic now? And not at all, just getting up to a bit of mischief. I just kind of want to fuck up what some criminals are doing right now, you know. As much as I trust Dante, I can't afford to have him throw a spanner into my endeavors.
Let's talk about our augmentations.
Not going to kill your employer with this judge, but we're not. Or, I mean, not currently. We're gonna go fix the thing where the gang is stealing steam from the tenements. That was the whole point of getting the wrench. Listen, can I have a word with you about my augmentations, dwarf to dwarf? You know, I can't tell from this angle but yeah, I guess Dante is. What's troubling you? Is it rust again? For tuppence, I'd bust him one in the chops. Ugh. To remember who my friends are. Have to remember who my friends are. Hilarious. It's a leg again. I'm having a bugger of a time with it. Comfort of fashion. Or function. Both! Let's talk about our uneven gait. Every time I adjust the gait to match my good leg, it all works fine for a day or two until I jar it in some way. Nothing serious, mind. Quick stepping out of the path of a carriage is enough to set it awry. Embarrassing is what it is. Then I'm rolling down the street again like an old sea dog fresh off the boat. Well, if you can't keep it calibrated properly, it may need to be rebuilt altogether. I'd consider a better alloy than plain steel, too. Alas, that'll be expensive. Or, I know a whaler setting out in a fortnight. It's a 4-year tour and you'll stink of blubber the whole time, but enough. I'll find myself a bloody magpie to ask for advice. Toho. Always one to pull my leg, Dante. Feel good, that then? There might be something else I wanted to talk to you about. Implants can be a double-edged sword. I wanted to ask him about the Sucker Jones's mechanical arm. Otto, show him the picture you took of Sucker's arm.
Understood.
What the... That bloody thing is massive. Did you swipe it from one of the cargo loaders at the wharf? Replace leg with arm, become armed. Well, tell him a little more. Believe it or not, one of Molly's dockhounds was using that gadget to shake down old ladies and reach things from high shelves, but this is no joke. Take a closer look at it. It's fine workmanship. That is much as plain. Where do you think the arm came from? Is it an Arsenal build? I have to say it must be. No one else is working on prosthetic technology this advanced, at least not in this country. But access to experimental branch of augmentation is highly restricted, and I don't have it. But can you snoop around at all? Find anything out on the sly? Bluntly, no. The boss is very cautious, even paranoid about espionage. If I get caught wandering around the wrong sector, I'd like not to get sacked on the spot. Where do you think Molly got this then? Of all people. Can't really speak to that, though my employer doesn't scruple to work with the common folk when it comes to field testing. Though he might reconsider that approach, seeing as how this wonder just fell into your hands. How did you come by it anyway? I'm not going to tell him about the contract, but I will say that we found it down to the sewer. So who did you murder? Did they have any vengeful relatives or acquaintances? No one of consequence, and it wasn't murder. It was as much mercy as putting down a rabid dog. Anyway, you know what my job entails. Alright, we had to tell him anyway. One thing to know about the hunting trade, another to partake in it. Alright, have to ask around elsewhere. Damn, I truly need to get to the bottom of all this. I mean, how much money do I have on me right now? I have 5 cogs. I guess I could, like, purchase a cog? Yeah, I'll take 2. Just in case. Because I just used 2, right? That'll replenish the ones I just used. I'm here for a contract. Looking for Bixby. He's here this morning. Should be around any time. What do you need Bixby for? Another monster bounty? I mean, we already kind of told him the tale, so might as well. Aye, but the last job was a bloody mess. Captured my quarry down sewer in the pump house. The leg hold trap made it easy enough, but the bloke had been subject to an awful procedure, and he mutated into something so sickening I'm afraid I can't describe it. Nice cog, bro. Any idea what was behind it? Not a new kind of infection, I hope. Your guess is as good as mine. Can't say for sure, but I shudder to think what should happen if the affliction were catching. Whatever it was, the fellow's better off dead. What horrors. I prefer to stick to machines. They're at least somewhat more predictable. Amen to that. For me, it was just a day's worth, nothing more. Yeah, let's up our analysis a little bit. It's not super high. Indeed, speaking of work, I've been enjoying my time in Arsenal Engines thus far. My boss bears great ambitions for manufacturing even more advanced kinds of finished mechanisms and mechanical parts. Ayo! Since we're doing okay, we are content. We're not doing, like, super great. We're, like, right on that cusp. But we're happy for our friend, yeah? We're happy for our friend. Don't be surprised if I want a discount sometime. Come find me down at the wharf and I'll introduce you to my new employer. There's something special I've been working on as well. What do you think about that, Otto? Fancy an upgrade?
Currently functioning at 100%. Efficiency optimal.
Not what one would call brilliant conversation. Speeches in a monkey's primary functions. Not yet. It's been years since I designed it. Never had a chance to, you know, upgrade it. I'm not surprised to hear that. Swapping out punch cards for every new set of instructions is a nightmare, but this product we've been developing does wonders in that regard. Huh. Yeah, I was gonna say, so like punch cards, so like old school computer, like, discs, essentially. Sounds like it'd be worth the trip. How can I say no when you're that excited? Excellent. Then I'll see you at the wharf. Yeah, I want to upgrade Otto. He's our pal.
Look at him. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy.
Hey, there's Bixby. There you are, Mr. Redgrave. And Dante, you look well. Good to see you, Mr. Browncoat, but as it happens, I was on my way out. I'll catch up with you, gentlemen, later. Take care now, Dante. A busy man keeps his head above water. Now then, Mr. Redgrave, I trust my little assignment went smoothly. Show him the picture and be done with it. Let's tell him the whole story. The monster in the pump house was more monstrous than most. He was some kind of shapeshifter, but no werewolf. Not a wolf man, you say? I don't believe there's a name for what he was. The fellow was in human form when he stumbled into my trap, and we had a wee chat. You're not saying you conversed with a living monster?
He was in a weakened state when Mr. Teddy began to interface with the man you both referred to as a monster.
Aye, Otto drew him out of the shadows where he was hiding and put himself at mortal risk besides.
I was not afraid, Mr. Teddy.
But in the end, I had to put him down anyway. Here, take a look at this plate. Otto produced the image. Hideous. I've never seen anything like that, and for that, I'm grateful. Sweat beading his brow, he looks more ill at ease than I've ever seen him. A gory job that, but well done. Here's for your efforts. Hey, we got 8 pounds? Shit, that's a lot of money. Otto's such a great sidekick. Hello there, Lorcan.
I like Otto. He's a cutie.
Oh, much obliged, Bixby. I'd offer you a bonus if I were the boss, but of course I'm only the broker. The thrill of the hunt is payment enough for me. That and the tin, I mean. We must have a drink to celebrate this success before you rush off to the next. For shouts on me. Hey, we finished chapter 3. Okay. We'll see what... Okay, we're going back to Atticus for chapter 4. We're going back to Atticus for chapter 4. Alright. Cool. Having been roughly roused from his drunken oblivion in Beggar's Lane, a masked stranger compelled you to pay a visit to the Red Lotus. That's right.
Mommy Matilda might still be alive.
But, yeah, we did that whole scene. Okay. We'll get into this scene if there, and then we'll
move on to our demos.
Daylight streams through the window in your garret. You must have slept a long time. Woken from the tremors of a terrible gin hangover, you remember that the masked stranger gave you an ultimatum last night. Recall a few childhood memories or take a deadly dose so that he could collect the bounty on your head. You sailed back to Sacred Heart Orphanage on an opium dream, but the images swim away from you now in the sleepy dawn. Today you must return to the orphanage and see if your mother's name is still on file. If it is, then you have a chance to save her from the mental institution where she's apparently being held. It's the old crone.
Your hovel is dim lit even at daybreak. The morning light is pale, suffusing the room with a bluish haze.
Hey, look how much more hopeful. How is it that, like, with Teddy, we managed to, like, barely remain content? That was so weird. She's so poetic in the morning. Alack, I've no more time for poetry. I'm a minotaur. Yawn. Rather peaceful. Bro, I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Self-discipline. That's enough. At a late night. We ought to get going. What's this in my pocket? Ah, a bank draft for 40 shillings. The stranger must have handed it over when he brought me home from the Red Lotus. We got the magician. Let's go. We have the humility trait. Don't forget to pay your rent. I don't know what you're talking about. There's something else as well. The Magician Tarot card must be one of the stranger's mysterious gestures, for I'm not sure it has any tangible function. Having it with me, though, I do feel a newfound sense of humility. Any road, the bank draft might come in handy. It's just a piece of paper. It's not liquid capital. I couldn't spend it down to the Palladium. But a more formal establishment would accept the bank draft. Clearly, the stranger has something in mind that I haven't grasped. Speaking of bits of paper, what was it I saw in that dream? We're gonna try. We have a pretty good chance. Our witch is quite high. Let's go. Heloise handed me a note in my mother's script. On the off chance that it was still in the records at the Sacred Heart, I'd better find it. There we go. Okay. So, the crone hasn't gone. Hunt for more gin. Look into the murders. We are looking into the murders. And visit the orphanage. Alright. We will return to Atticus' story next time we load up Sovereign Syndicate.
No save. Save one. Thank you.
But yes, let's us pause there, because my goal was to just like get through that last little bit of Teddy's chapter that we didn't get a chance to finish. But we will definitely pick this up sooner than later. We got a lot of demos to get through tonight, so